Okay, now I have recorded, so we can start the class.
Okay, sir.
Let me share the screen. Here it says that it can be seen, the screen can be seen by the participants. I hope you can see the screen, all of you. Okay, okay. So are we going to present perfect tense today, or is there anything more to discuss with the present continuous tense?
According to me, not.
I mean, according to you, Korobi, should we start this new one, present perfect tense?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay then. So anyone, any participant?
Jiren,
Anyway, all of you
chok
have
lo mà
watched.
là
All of you have watched already the video. I think.
Chocobo. Yes, sir.
It's all right, Sadin. Sadin. Okay,
okay,
we can discuss
yes.
someone here, maybe someone. So present perfect. Actually, here the key word is perfect. It means complete. So it points to, yeah, it's talking or indicates an action which is already completed. But I can hear some voice coming from somewhere, I don't know where.
Yes, sir. From my side.
Oh, from your side. Okay.
Yeah. Close the door.
A big sound, it is a bang sound, banging.
Yes.
Okay.
Playing music.
So the keyword, or you can just mute if, okay. The key word here is perfect. It means it's already completed. It's completed, but I think I'll have to mute you, Jiren, because some sound is coming. Okay, yes, you can. Yeah. The main word here is perfect. It means completed. So it's pointing to an action which is completed, but the present is there. That means the work is already done, it's past, but the present is still very important. Now, at present is still important, and that's why this is called present perfect tense. The action is completed, but the present is still very important. The effect is there still now. So for that type of action, to talk about the type of action, we use the present perfect tense of the verb. Okay. This form is used to express actions that happen at an unspecified time. It may be in the past, but it's not specified at what time it happened. Okay, not specified. You can say, I have gone to Guwahati. That means you already went, but it was not specified. The time is not specified. So for such type of action, you can use this tense, present perfect tense, and also for actions that have a connection to the present. Still has got a connection to the present. The impact, RD is still there, even now. For that type of action, is you have already done, the actions is already done, but the present has still got an impact. That action has still got an impact on the present. Okay. So action that happen at an unspecified time in the past, or action that have a connection to the present. It is formed using the present tense. So how is it formed? How do we know that in a sentence, the verb used is present tense, present perfect tense? How do we know? You have to identify that it must have either has or have. These two auxiliary verbs are compulsory. Has or has, and depending on the subject, it will be plus the past participle. In this tense, in present perfect tense, we don't use the base form, we don't use the second form, we use the third form, the past participle. That's why I have sent you that list of the V tree. Go, when, gone. Okay, go, when, gone. So we have to use what? We can't say I have when, or we can't say I have go. It should be the past participle, the third form, the V tree. V tree should be I have gone, I have done. Okay, plus the past participle of the main verb. The main verb is go, but we can't use go here. If we use has and have just before the verb, then we have to use the third form, go, when, the third one, the past participle, gone. Or bring, brought, brought, the third one. Some verbs are same, the past and the past participle, they are same, just like brought, but it's always the third form. I have chosen, not I have choose or have chose. It should be the third one. Choose, chose, chosen, the third one. I have chosen. Ne chingwa elo, or I have chosen. Okay, so this is how the form has, have, plus the third form. Okay, and that's why it's very important for us to know the third form. We should know go, when, gone, beat, beaten, the third one. The third form is important. Without knowing the third form, you can't form. You'll say I have, has, or he has right, W-R-I-T. If we don't know the third form, then we won't be able to speak the sentence.
Sir,
Oh, yes.
la have porque perfect tense ang sipul mo dede.
Mm.
La sila atumi alam pot sita mi pidi dolang talaga have ke dovek nang pobo.
Oh, nang po. Chok la bangge.
Antami atumi masih jut kok lo talaga head chot pobo.
Tumi jud ko bote lake hat lo, hat done mande lake hula lo. Past simple lo. Yesterday I went to the market polo. Past lo la bangke. Atumi masih jud kok sa pinia. Atumi jud kok sa isya por isya action sida pini anta dolang. Pini anta influence dolang. Polo te nang have lo use nang po has have.
Te pot si oh have head puno na nang wi na than de.
So bang have tabi. La use me lo. Yola damu pulo de actions hula attack lang tha. Express action that happen at unspecified. Sung lo le aport hot pini pass long chidang pute nang have use me lo. I have gone to Guwahati pula chok lo na. I have gone to Guwahati hula so bang aport. I went to Guwahati last week. When puna hula bangke. Sita na aport bang mention sidat lo. Pulote mention sidat pulote nang I have gone pulo yan nang po. Sa mention long sung lo pulote nang hula past bang use past simple past bang la. I went to Guwahati last month, or I went to Delhi la bang la. Sita have use lo pulote nang hula time bang mention si pulote nang I went Pune lo da bang I have gone po. La so attempt to use nang po. Klar lo ma? Klar da ko ma?
Ke present participle to abang nang kanda sa.
Present participle. Present participle ma.
Perfect participle to adobo.
Awe present participle bang dolo hai.
Present participle bang. Alage continuous
Continuous lo ing nang ing bilo talaga a formula present participle formula lake.
An example is ibak nang pita sir Geneva Geneva la so
Non
participle
having procedure.
Sing to sampai buku ma dede.
Singing.
Kali si bukan ing bidon ko ya.
Sing pula ta past present participle lo ta.
Oh la sila so example nang pita sir ni labang confuse na.
Sing I'll be seeing him pupo. Continuous long ta use me lo lamang ta future continuous long ta use me. I'll be seeing you pini nang phan nang chetong po penang phan nang chetong po. But I'll be seeing you. I'll be watching you, watching you. Pula ta melo. Bate having said that, I went to his house. Pila Santa Melo, present participle. Okay. I will be going to the chocolate labangge. Future continuous the use Melo.
Sir, seen one ganda.
Tin pabagala la third form lo. See
Platform.
la see saw sin. I have seen him punang po.
Perfect tense lo la.
Nang money
Seen
punch
him.
money punch pini thek long lo who market long dam thek lo che tong lo mo thek long lo ha lang thek nang thek long put nang hem nang churu lo che than puni la pan thek long put la ke I saw him. I have seen him po.
I have seen him.
I've seen him po la
I
third
saw
form bang.
him Pugalilo.
Chok chelo.
Ah,
Okay.
I have seen him.
Atumi nang isia port hut adimo long isia port hut thek long put I saw him yesterday po he. I saw him sita apor bang fix fee put nang I have labang lo use nang po. Nang labang.
Jongji,
Apor bang specified
mention that.
mention that pulo that me mention that but I saw
So,
him in the evening po. I saw him in the morning.
I saw him. I saw him in the yesterday.
I saw him yesterday in the market in the evening po he. Kita mention seperti I have seen him. I have seen him in the
I have
market.
seen him.
Apor bang sungdam lo ni pulo. Kasi dag pulo ko ya.
Okay,
I saw him.
I see.
I have seen him. I saw him po bangke lake at apor mention sen lo. Atumi teglong lo. Son he. I saw him in the market. Like at apor bang dag mention chini lo le lo. Sungdam lo le lo. Sungdam pulo dag bang. Seeing po bangala I'll be labang informed lo lake. Past present participle lo. I will be seeing him. Okay, I'll be seeing.
Example Arleng penang than po Arleng pen purong pa sir. Nang non lom chilar pick a son pu janaba action bang hini do kok la past present participle papa do don kok yan bang hini tha sir.
Kolason
You now a day pulason po ma. Non along nang be ha che break o son when sing you now a day.
Seeing you.
Nowadays,
Seeing you
look different.
Seeing you so changed nowadays. I think something has happened to you. Pinasan punang po. Nang pan pinang teglong seeing you so changed today, or seeing you so different today nowadays. I think something has happened to you. Punang po. Seeing. But noticing noticing your change in your face or in your behavior. Seeing you so changed, think something has happened to you. Seeing you, or having said that, some in the seeing you, don't use number present part. That's not the use melo present participle. Okay.
Head pen have bang ke chini pa melo sir non nali long pen Charli don ma hedi. Have pen head bang chini pa melo sita me non ke chini don deke la tum han ke join bang lo chini ne jena ba.
La mo wang po la bang ye ha.
Has have kui has have bang chini lo.
Seeing you.
Have pamo have head po bang ni chini pa me lang sir.
Head bang past mo wang po past perfect lo la ke. Ula so mo che than bo la bang da do po ha. Sonu si ki use na ima koloso apor ma koloso action ma koloso sai hot ma ke claim la bang ki use nang po. Seeing you porque la son watching him play la son dudun po la bang la so had seeing him or noticing him ing do po kaya ako black to two po. Seeing him in the school.
Having taken food pura pui bosara di.
Chok la having taken food a chok lo. Like present like having taken food porque like present past perfect po like having taken food like past present past continuous po like past perfect continuous pala. Past perfect
Past
continuous.
perfect continuous.
Past perfect continuous pala. Having taken pupong ke
Good.
I went product pa hula ki use aling lanang hula ga mangke. Past
Mm.
tense to just met bangke. Taken. Mol hai ta bang po hai. Discuss do pala mangke. Okay.
Okay, sir. Shall we start the present perfect tense now?
Okay, then we'll say. Okay, then so then and we'll do some other again when extra class will be there that we'll discuss that one. So Corby wants.
No
Corby wants. Okay. Okay. It is formed using the present tense of the verb to have, has, had plus participle of the main verb. Okay. I have visited Paris. It may be in the past, but you already had gone to. Okay. So here no time is mentioned. So you can say it may be last year, it may be any time in the past, but if you have once visited, but the time is not mentioned here, then you have to say, I have visited Paris. It may be last week, it may be last year, it may be 2 years back. That doesn't matter. If the time is not mentioned, you can use this. I have visited Paris. Okay. Even for the past, so you can use, I have visited Paris. She has never eaten pasta before. This is also an example of present perfect tense. She has never eaten pasta before. Okay. They have lived in the city. Remember this has and have. You can see that in all these examples, you can see has, have, depending on the subject. She has never eaten pasta before. Has, never, that is an adverb. Then eaten is the main. So the third form is there compulsory. You can see they're all there. Visited, eaten, lived. Lived is also the third form. Live, lived, live. So they have lived in this city for 10 years. An action in the past, but the time is not mentioned. Simply the duration is mentioned. Arjikiding, but apol is not mentioned. So they have lived in the city for 10 years. Okay. So when do we use this? The usage, we'll talk about the usage now. The present perfect is used to indicate completed activities in the immediate past. Immediate mean non had jong jong lang. Kidam tang apor. Some action had happened. Immediate past mean maybe in the morning or yesterday. Recent past. So indicate completed activities. It's completed. That's why it's called perfect. Completed in the immediate. When? Recently. Okay, immediate. As he has gone out. He has just gone out. You have to use just here. He has just gone out. Not had jong lang. So we say he has just gone out. Non had jong lang. She has just gone out. So if some activity is completed immediately in the past, not so long, then you have to use this to indicate completed activities. We can't use the past because it happened only some minutes back or some hours back. Immediate past, immediate mean not so far away. He has just gone out. So this is one usage of the present perfect tense. Then it has just struck 10. Just recently, it has just struck non headline. Ghuri ka cha thang 10 baji. Tang tang. Okay, that it has just struck 10. This is the first use of the present perfect tense to indicate completed activities. If you want to talk about an action which has happened immediately, immediate in the immediate past, that means about just today in the morning or just now, just a few moments back, then you have to use this. If your friend came and went away, at that time you can say, oh, he has just gone. He has just gone. Just gone. Okay, So that is one usage. And the second usage is to express past actions whose time is not given and not definite. We already have discussed just a few minutes back that if some actions had happened in the past, the time is not given. The time is not given. The duration may be given. If the time is not mentioned, then you have to use this. I have gone to Paris. I have gone to Shillong. It is used to express past action, whatever you have done, but if in the even in the past, but if the time is not mentioned, if it's not definite, the time is not given and not definite, then you have to use has or have, depending on the subject. Okay. See, have you read Gulliver's Travels? Someone is asking this question. Gulliver's Travel is the name of a book. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? It means in the past. Have you read the book? Have you read Gulliver's Travel? Okay. I have never known him to be angry. I have never known him to be angry. I have never known him to be angry, to express past action whose time is not given and not definite. I have never known him to be angry. I have never known him to be angry. So the time is not mentioned here. So this is another example. Mr. Hari has been to Japan. Again, this is Mr. Hari went already in the past, but the time is not mentioned here. So Mr. Hari did the action of going to Japan in the past, but the time is not mentioned here. One or twice he's already been to Japan, and that's why you can say about him, Mr. Hari has been to Japan. Okay. Mr. Hari has been to Japan. That means he did the action of visiting Japan already in the past. But you can say this, you can use the present perfect tense. Mr. Hari has been to Japan. Okay, then the present.
Sir.
Yes.
Jongsi a time bang mention non bang ke pimyong te mention dun mention se polote.
Lalo has been present perfect.
Has have upamate di.
Lalo.
Ako jongsi mention dun polote labang ke visited posit ami sido popo. He visited to Japan.
Mr. Hari had been to Japan last week. No? Had past tense problem. Or Mr. Hari went to Japan last week. Mention lo polote. Porba mention polote simple past. So the has been polote. It's for unspecified time. Somewhere in the past, he did that. Okay. To express that action, you have to use Mr. Hari has been to Japan, or he has
visited to Japan.
Has visited Japan. Has visited Japan. Okay. So there is another use of the present perfect tense. Then the third usage is to describe past events when we think more of the effect in the present than the action. Something happened in the past, but the effect is more now in the present. Okay, now, suppose here Gopi has eaten all the biscuits. Gopi has eaten all the biscuit. Patumi ne patupindik ne biscuit chuadlo non bang salam nung jelo. So you have to say Gopi has eaten all the biscuits. Now hanga velu yononke. So if you want to say like that, okay, it's about the action in the past already done, but the effect is now in the present. The effect is more in the present. RD bang non-present in domunak. So for that type of action, you have to use this. Gopi has eaten all the biscuit. That means there aren't any left for you now, non kavelo. Or patumina patubindik no or last week, if you have cut your finger, then and it's still bleeding, then you can use I have cut my finger. I have cut my finger and it is bleeding. Okay. I have just finished work. So this action was in the past, but the effect is still there. That means you can use that. I have cut my finger. It may be 2 weeks or 3 weeks back, but here the bleeding is there. So for that action, you have to use I have cut my finger. Then I have just finished my work. I have just finished my work. The work is done, but now the importance is now. I want to say that I'm free now. So the importance is given to the present. So I've just finished my work. So that is the third usage of the present perfect tense. Okay. Then the present perfect is used to denote an action beginning at some time in the past and continuing up to the present. Present perfect is used. For example, often with since. There will be two important phrases here. Since and for. Okay, since and for. Two are there. I have known him for a long time. I have known him for a long time. So when you use here for, I have known him. So this is how you have to use. I have known him for. For you have to use here. So this is how we use the present perfect tense. In this way, we can use the present perfect tense also. I have known him for a long time. I have known him for 10 years. I have known him. Have, then the past participle. I have known him for a long time. Then he has been ill since last week. If you want to use since, then for is not needed. He has been ill since last week. Anisipen sobom. Anisipen lo alang keso. So for that, you have to use he has been ill since last week. We have lived here for 10 years. We have lived here for 10 years. Okay, so here we have lived here for 10 years, have lived for 10 years. Here again, for is used. So sometimes we can use the present perfect tense by using for and since. This is how we use since. Do not get confused. Okay, you can say since last week. For, when you use for, it is RJ. Since, that means he has been ill since last week. We have lived here for 10 years, or we have lived here for 7 years. Okay, when you use for, it will emphasize the duration. Okay. We haven't seen Padma for several months. Again here, we haven't seen Padma for several months. Padma phan chiklo jan phojan pinana aning achiklo teglong le that lo. So haven't seen Padma for several. So present perfect tense like has, have, been, we can use here by using the word since and for. Since behula pen teglong le pin lo. You will have to say, I have known him for a long time. For is for the duration. Then he has been, you can use, he has been ill since last week. We have lived here for 10 years. We haven't seen Padma for several months. Okay, these are some examples of the present perfect tense. Okay, now. Yes, these are now, you can ask questions related to this one. Otherwise, we'll get confused. Anything what we have discussed just now, present perfect tense, we'll discuss. Okay. The other tenses will not mix up. We can ask in extra class anyway tomorrow, studying, and during any extra class at the end of the class you may ask. But now we'll discuss about what we have learned just now, the present perfect tense. Okay. We still have about half an hour. So after half an hour, we'll discuss if any one of you still wants to stay and discuss the extra things. But today, right now, it will be the present perfect tense. When should we use it? how koloso asai phanlo koloso action hotlo koloso por holo phanlo ke jongdam. That is what we should be. Non had jong. He has just gone out. Last night or that day you say I have just taken bath. That was the present perfect tense, Jiren, which you have to use at that time. That was I have just taken bath. Okay.
I have just taken bath. Putin
Okay.
non head lang ko pano.
Non head lang. Hindi ngoi lang kaya. Kita kami asage tangal lo sita non head lang.
Non head lang.
Okay. Okay now
Non head lang.
non head lang. Non head lang yung tangal non head sige tang lang. Head sige tang lang. Head sige lang chung tang lang. I've just taken bath. No head sige dam lang.
I have just taken.
Gone. Oh yes. And this is
He
also
has just gone.
he has done no head sige lang dam lang. Head chong lang yung dam. He has just gone out. Okay.
Yes, done that.
Someone is shouting Jiren from your side. Okay. He has just gone out. No head jong lang. Then it has just struck 10. Okay, now we'll use the different sentences. Okay, he has just gone out. This is affirmative. Okay, affirmative sentence. It is present perfect tense, but the sentence is affirmative. He has gone out. He has just gone out. So simple, the negative will be he has not. This is affirmative. Okay, has he just gone out? What will be the interrogative here? This is affirmative. What will be the interrogative? Kosono question pinchongpo. This sentence, change the sentence. Has he just gone out? Yeah, has he just gone out? Okay, has he just gone out? Okay. Then the same thing, yes. If the answer is affirmative, yes. He has. Yes, he has. If the no, what will be complete this one? No, he hasn't. Okay, he hasn't. Oh, hasn't, yes, hasn't. That means he has not, hasn't. No, he hasn't. Has he just gone out? No. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Okay. Then how will we change it to negative? I mean the question. It has just struck 10. Has it just struck 10? Has it just struck 10? Non had jong lang ma. Non had jong lang ma. Bel ka thang. Baji kek ka thang. Has it just struck 10? This is what? Okay. Yes, it has. No, it hasn't. Okay, that will be the interrogative. This is interrogative. Interrogative. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? Can anyone tell me what will be the affirmative sentence of this sentence? Now this is interrogative. Change it to affirmative or declarative. Declarative. So question bangalila. Affirmative. Change it to affirmative. Kipu hai, aho kalam kipu hai. Assertive or declarative or affirmative? How will you change this? Here, have is coming first because it's a question. If you start a question, it starts with the auxiliary verb. So here, have is the auxiliary verb. That's all right. But when you start writing or saying an affirmative sentence or a declarative sentence, how will you start this one?
You can kalimat.
Huh? Pika?
You can
Ah,
kalimat.
you pen lo kalang.
You can kalimat.
You pen lo kalang.
You have read Gulliver's Travels.
Yes.
Kalimat.
Kalang lo. Subject si bang
You have read Gulliver's Travels.
Yes. Always the subject will
You
come.
have
You have read.
Gulliver's Travels.
Yeah, you have read.
Gulliver's Travels.
You have read. This is the name of the book. That's why you have this within comma. You have Gulliver's Travels.
Travels. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative. This is called affirmative or declarative. Affirmative. Oh, sorry. Yes. I can say, and this is, you can say this one is assertive also. It has got assertive. Assertive. Or you can say declarative. Okay. It's got two names. Declarative. Or you can say assertive also. You can say kipu hede. But that is when you state a fact. That type of sentence is called assertive or declarative, or you can say affirmative. So now from interrogative, we have changed to assertive, declarative. You have read Gulliver's Travel. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? That is interrogative. You have read Gulliver's Travel. This is assertive. Now change it to negative. Negative, change that. What will be the negative form of this sentence? Negative.
Haven't read Gulliver's.
Yeah, Sanla. Haven't you, haven't or have
Haven't
not?
you?
Yeah, you haven't read Gulliver's Travel. Okay, so in writing, of course, you don't write have. You have to write you have not. You have not. You have not read.
You have not
Read.
Gulliver's.
You have not read Gulliver's Travels. Okay. You have not read Gulliver's Travels. So here, remember, negative mean always no, not should be there in a sentence. When a sentence has any of this word, no, not, then you have to know that this is a negative sentence. Okay. Now, you have not read Gulliver's Travel. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? This is interrogative. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? Assertive, declarative. You have not read Gulliver's Travel. This is negative. Okay. Okay. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? You have read Gulliver's Travel. You have not read Gulliver's Travel. Then imperative will be how? Bangpan ke order, Bangpan request. Read Gulliver's Travel. Gulliver's Travel porhin noi. That type of sentence is called what? Imperative. Bangpan ke toy, Bangpan ke pu, Bangpan ke chungri. A sentence, that type of sentence is called imperative. Okay. Read Gulliver's Travel, that will be imperative. Read Gulliver's Travel. Bangpan ke toy, Bangpan chiningri, all those means advise or order, command or request, they are called. Okay. This is telling someone imperative. Okay. Imperative sentence. Okay. read Gulliver's Travel. So these are the sentences. Now, let us try to use question tag now when we use the present perfect tense. Question tag, present perfect tense. Like in any sentences, in any tenses, we can use the question tags. Okay. Let's start with this one. Sorry. Here. Not with the interrogative. Here. Let us use the question tag in this too.
Oh.
You have read Gulliver's Travel. Nang Gulliver travels sa kitab. Porhilo. So how will you use? You have read Gulliver's Travel na? You have read Gulliver's Travel? No? No, isn't. So how should we use?
Haven't you read?
Yeah. You have read Gulliver's Travel.
You haven't read Puma, sir?
Haven't you, Popo?
Haven't you, Pupang?
Haven't you? You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you?
Haven't you?
You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you? It will be haven't you. Okay. So here you have to use haven't you.
Haven't you?
Okay, this is how we use. You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you?
Haven't you?
You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you?
Gulliver's Travel, haven't you?
And here
You have read Gulliver's haven't you?
you have not read Gulliver's Travel. You have not read Gulliver's Travel. What will be the question tag here? You have not read Gulliver's Travel.
It's not it.
No. It's not it, isn't it? Okay. Corby, can you try this? Yes.
You have not read.
You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you? That is all right. That is all right. That's all right. You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you? Then you have not read. You have not read Gulliver's Travel. You have not read.
You haven't, Gulliver. You haven't, Gulliver.
You haven't. Question tag bang kalilo. Kalang na tak you haven't pupu heda ke ho kit nung bang ke. You haven't. It will be you haven't. Have not. You haven't. This is spoken. Have not. Okay. You have not. This is we are using writing. Have you not read Gulliver's Travels? So what will be the question tag? Nang Gulliver's Travel porhe helang deep. Okay, chok dei mate. Chol la son la hai. You have not read Gulliver's Travel na? We chok dei ke. Na padim lang ko pipo. Na.
Nah.
Deep.
Isn't it? Isn't Gulliver's?
Isn't kya? That is. Korobi, you still remember? We always isn't pula that is do nangi ke. Is not here.
Oh,
has ta that ke. Always do hula dak hula ke have do much hoda ke haven't you pula ke. You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you? Okay. Now here, what will be the question tag?
Have you?
Yes. You have not read Gulliver's Travel, have you? Nang
have you?
La pansi bunam nang Gulliver's Travel porhi hilang di. Porhiloma. Have you?
Porhiloma po bang.
Porhiloma. Yung si porhi lo pulo de porhi hilang ma. Ponang po porhi hilang pulo de porhiloma. Have you?
Porhiloma po bang si arju nang po di.
Porhiloma po pano porhiloma have you porhiloma pano. Labang nang po.
Labang le labang. A question bang ke nang porhi helang po pulo. Ang non ka ju bang ke porhiloma po bang po.
Nalo. Ki pu bang ke nang porhi helang. Ma porhiloma po pano. You have not read Gulliver's Travel.
Nang porhi helang.
You have not read deep apano deep is English ke deep na kalimat English ke lang tum isn't mate no. You have not read
helang di kita bokal di bangkesa.
Masando. Pore helang di.
Age
It will be
non bang ke pohilo ma bobo.
pore loma. Nang pore helang di
Have you bolo de.
have you. It will be
Di
have you. Yes, right. So this is how we use the question tag. La question tag lo bolo de bang nakarjuta sa standard mane o lage standard lo nungje pupo. Sida nana pu nungje ro bolo lage. But isn't it pu nungje chalo bolo la bange o tego ilang mane di assist o Charli donang apsa has you has he or haven't you have you pulasan lo. You have read Gulliver's Travel, have you? Haven't you? Have not dolo bange positive both. Question tag will be positive. You have read Gulliver's Travel, haven't you? You have not read Gulliver's Travel, have you? Okay. So let's go to some other more examples. Same thing here. Here, this is negative. I have never known him to be angry.
I have never known.
Never, no, not. These are negative. Okay. So here, what will be the question tag, or what will be the interrogative? How will we ask the question?
Do you ever know him to be angry?
Do pangabelo jong si has, have, is tu pada lapen lo cheng nang po. Do does ke abidat lahai auxiliary verbs. When the auxiliary verbs are not there, then we use do. Like he go to school. Does he go to?
Have you
Yeah.
sir? Have you
Yeah.
Have you never
Yes. Have you ever
ever long?
have you ever
Have you ever
never
Galilo? Question Galilo. Have you ever known him to be angry? This is how we ask this question. Have you ever known him? Have you ever known him to be angry? Okay. Have you ever known him to be angry? This is the question. Now, these are from negative. We have changed it to interrogative. And what will be the declarative or the affirmative or the assertive? Assertive bango sampo. How will be the assertive? I have never known him to be angry. That is the negative. Have you ever known him to be angry? That is interrogative. What will be the declarative sentence? Corby, can you say the declarative sentence, assertive sentence, like it will start with I because I is the subject here. Remember, assertive sentence always begins with the subject. The subject must be there. Okay, let me see here. This will be here. I have known him to be angry. This will be the I've known him to be angry. This will be the imperative, okay? So I have known him to be angry. I have never known him to be angry. So here we can use question tags in these two sentences. Let's use the question tags. How we use the question tag here? I have never known him to be angry. What will be the question tag?
Have I?
Yes, good. Have I? And here, what will be the question tag? I have known him to be angry. I have known him to
I
be.
have known him to be angry.
I have known him to be angry.
Haven't
Yes. Haven't.
haven't I before?
Haven't I? Remember, hula ning chibinang bu jong si hula sentence bangle negative hula te question te bang positive po. Jong si a question a sentence bang si affirmative hula te question tag bangle negative po. So here it will be negative question tag. It is haven't I? Haven't I? Okay. Okay. This is how now. See, have you read Gulliver? I have never known him to bang. Mr. Hari has been to Japan. Has Mr. Harry been to Japan? That will be the interrogative. Mr. Hari has not been to Japan. That will be the negative. Okay. Okay. Now this is perfect tense. So that's all about perfect tense. Now we have come almost to the end of so any question you want to ask related to what I have explained just now, right now? Any confusion about present perfect tense? Pine kemanghu do iglama, pine paklarni do iglama la present perfect tense apothak.
Amo kidam tang podang chini tung sa.
Kolo bangla.
Ala time jong si mention se pote hala scene spend for ge la time han gali mala.
Or like a duration from the RG ki ding banglo la kathani ha.
RG ki ding bang ke have bang to me.
RG ki ding, RG ki stress bang RG a formal action time in the past for jol hayo. To denote an action beginning at some time, nani cheng lo, non anta wang pin lo. Kola so kona, kola so port hun bang isita isia port ho sometime, like mentioned sometime in the past, ko apang dam tang pin action ke dolo la pen non an wang la pu wang bom lo. La son of panta present perfect tense use me. Non yo, I have known him for a long time. Kobon tu hulone aprang hutpen lo, non anta chini bom. La son lo puten nang la bang use me. I have known him for a long time. La tabang ke a duration lo stress dam ke. For a long time. I have known him for a long time. La bang ke karbi pen ke how will you translate this? Ni penanaji ding pen chini lo lang pan po pan sibu dam lo. Penanaji ding lo ke chini po pan sibu lang pan chini lo. Penanaji ding. For a long time. Okay. Inke anke labanke he has been ill since last week. Hula sot pen non anapuso. Hula so hopta pen non anapuso. He has been ill since last week. So chua hopta lo puso der lo non anda so bom lang puluten nang la use me lo.
Present perfect tense, right, sir?
This is present perfect tense. If it is continuous, then he has been feeling ill. Pasan bo da ing do is la bangke present perfect continuous tense kalila bangke. This one is present perfect tense. Yeah, present perfect tense, not present perfect. The chinglit hoina naglo. I have been knowing him for a long time. Hola bangke present perfect continuous. That is present, but this is present perfect tense because ing is not there.
Because
It's only
perfect tense to
yeah.
verb 3.
Yes, present perfect tense. I have known him for a long time. Penalty ding chini lo.
Knowing na do sonte.
Ning do pulo te la bangke ni chini bom lo hula suben bang thor no chini bom lo. But that is that will present perfect continuous. But this is simply only present perfect tense. Chini lo hula suben on chini lo. Adi kiso ta hula suben on solo. Hula suben hula so ani pen lo kiso. But tum chini ni mam hospital mani dam lo kon tum lo kiso since last week. How to hopta pen lo. Datang lo. Kaya sa pen kiso
Asal
pang.
ladak attack atumi arni kang sam lang puyang ka chini polote he. Ladak bang ki usuni ba I was know him from yesterday. Kason poma for yesterday poma.
Like I have been knowing him since yesterday, Pupo. Since I have been knowing Pupo da bangke. But to me, pen prote. I have known him from yesterday, but I have known him. since
was to name as
was ke kalilo was pulute completely past law. I knew him pulute lage stop I was pulute past law. I have been knowing him from yesterday. I have been knowing him since pupo. I have been seen like a whole present perfect continuous po. I have known him for a long time. Labangke dabangke I have known pulute labangke for pulute chi kwan makiding pansi pudam lo. I have known him for 2 days po na. Tumi nang tong lok la so many pan. Then you have to say I have known him for 2 days pupo. Ni thoma prang si tong I have known him for 3 days pupo. I have known him for 3 days. Ni thom lo ka chini. But to me pusita pini I have known him for 2 days. I have known him since yesterday. I have known him since yesterday. I have known him since yesterday. This is also present perfect tense. Okay.
I have known him since this morning.
Since morning, I have known him since this morning. This is also all right. That's correct grammatically. I've known him since this morning. I have known him since yesterday. That way. He has been ill since last week. Okay. And here we have lived here for 10 years. Itulah 10 years. We have lived here for 10 years. Someone you met someone, then they can say, we have lived here for 10 years. At one point until now, the calculation is 10 years. So we have lived here for 10 years. If it is the present continuous tense, then we have been living here for 10 years. There will be, living will be there. But this is simply present perfect tense. Okay, we have lived here for 10 years. Present perfect. We have lived here for 10 years. So any more question here? So for this type of question, you can use for both the present perfect continuous and this you can exchange. Okay, I've known him for a long time. I've been knowing him for a long time. He has been ill since last week. He has been feeling ill. If you want to use the continuous, then you can use. Stress the whole action pan use I have been knowing. The difference between is that here the present perfect tense RDKP is emphasizing the duration. So the action pan you have to use the ing form, that present perfect continuous. I have been knowing him for a long time. What's the difference between this? I have known him for a long time. Okay, I'll just to avoid the confusion. I have known him for a long time. I have been knowing. I've been knowing him for a long time. What's the difference between these two here? In the first sentence, here, I have known him for a long time. Here, kopi pansardi pidamlo, it is the time. The time is stressed here. Nang jong se apor pansardi pi polote, nang you have to say this one, present perfect. I have known him for a long time. Sita jong si nang hola action nang ke chini panse stress matardi pilote ne alang pan ke chini. That means I have been knowing. This one is more important. Knowing him. This is the most important here. Then you have to use this one, knowing. I have been knowing him for a long time. It depends on the sense. Kalau sopansi ke minda mana. Hula apor pansi ajiding pilo ke so polote I have labang lo. He has been ill since last week. So hula kisso panse RDP damlo hula panse ki jong dam bisi hula panse bote he has been feeling ill. Ade kachini I have known him for a long time. Hula por panse nang bisi RD ki pidam hula panse bisi focus dam bisi concentration polote labang lo. I have known him for a long time. Sita nang li hala al pan kachini abang si bisi importance pilo polote I have been knowing him for a long time. You have to use the present perfect continuous. I have been knowing him for a long time. I have been knowing him since. Getting confused? Okay, when we'll discuss more in the present perfect continuous, you'll get it clear. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Corby, you can ask.
Um,
Any confusion?
Since and for, yeah, since and for, that means have been, has been. Been, it should have to go in the present perfect tense or to the present perfect continuous, both.
In both you can use. Has been is for has been. This
Present
is
perfect continuous.
yeah. Both
That
you
means
can use.
according to the formula.
Yeah, he has been. He has been. He has lived. He has lived here for 10 years. Here in present perfect tense, you don't have to use been. Simply you have to use has and the third form. Been is to be used only in present perfect continuous tense. In a continuous tense. Yeah, been abang. Yeah. But for present perfect, simply he has lived here for 10 years. Okay. He has lived here for 10 years. They have stayed here. They have stayed here since last month. Okay. So all these are in present perfect tense. They are not in present perfect continuous tense. For present perfect continuous tense, been is compulsory. Been is there only in present perfect continuous. In present perfect tense, only has, have, and the third form. The third form. He has stayed here, he has lived here, this way. He has lived here for 10 years. They have stayed here since last month. If you want to stress the continuity of the action, then you have to use the present perfect. Continuous. Bin bolte nang hula ing bang po. He has been living like continuous bang lo. Present perfect. La bang ke hula nang la continue hula suk lapu dam bom panse RDP action bang lapu wang bom lapu wang thor panse stress di pulote hala bang lo. Been living, been talking, been playing pula bang lo. So simply la dabang nanta pu wang thor hula action bang la pu asai bang la pu wang thor pansi ki budam non anda bang thor panse hula bang ke RDP pute la present perfect continuous bang lo yun nang po. La bang ke adoration chalo. Yes le la panan ningkan dolo panan dolo hula supen dolo pa da bang ke la action bang stress damunelo. La present perfect bang. He has lived here for 10 years. He has gone to Japan. La son has been hula third form chalo da bang ke prek bang. Been ke la da belo been ke hula continuous long do chot. Present perfect continuous.
And there's a isum kaching ki ke ong nai hula continuous bang ko di.
Kiting ki ke continuous ta dolo pen stop ta dolo doan hula I will go but ang continuous kalimati ni la ke kopilo continue like future pinang lamati future simple future lamati I will go I have done putalata present perfect lo I have taken food,
I have been going
I have been going punola bang ang gadam lang la lock lo la I've been going chengal non ta dam bom lang yu po phando Labangke.
Lagi nang lo ko lo.
Action da chengal lo kon tu dong ke cheng lo ne san non anda dam bom la.
Lang dio ko te
Na bom dam bom lo yo dam bom lang yo.
ko tente
Ke
la
dam
la.
ke dam pang chengal lo non da dam bom lang yo polo de labang lo. Have been lo nang. Le tum yus nang po. I have been walking. Juji lang
I
yo
have been
continuous.
walking
I have been
this
walking since morning.
morning.
Padapin nang le walk dam lok lo polo non ajuan da dam lo I have been walking po. Pad padap hong chon plot lo. Okay no anda. Walk dam bom lang hemasoda matha pasung lake. I have been walking since morning. I've been walking since morning. Like la son phansi budam lo. Mane stop did that continuous. I've been
Continuous.
walking. So
Second form bang bodo no te chok lo la.
la mon non ako present perfect continuous bang lo polo te clear po pon clear dak po lake. Kanende. Non penabang penabang life. Tomorrow we'll be discussing this present perfect continuous tense. In detail, we can study once more. La present tense to lo polo te again if you want you can discuss once more. Present tense ay pong rui pru dam.
Yes sir.
Past tense non dam dia prang
Ruinang
prang.
po sa.
Before we
Ruinang
review,
po sa.
we'll review all the tenses, the present tenses. Before we go to the past tense, cheng chia prang litum ri pru nang. Bini exercise sa nili nang lopo. You can just try. You can just test yourself.
Okay sir.
I'll give the
Yes, sir.
exercises. I'll send a few questions. If you just fill up the gap or change the tenses, you try.
Okay sir.
Okay, then it's
This is the
already
best way, sir.
it's already 8:15. So I think we'll stop. We'll meet tomorrow.
Okay sir.
Okay then. Good night,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you sir.
Okay, good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night sir.
Good night.